Welcome back to Strata Games. I'm Andrew, and this is 9 great cards for Commander you aren't playing. Have you ever wanted to take control of other people's creatures, but you're not blue? Well, white's got your back. Debt of Loyalty costs 1 white for an instant that says, regenerate target creature. You gain control of that creature if it regenerates this way. There's an errata, but basically, you can use this when a creature is about to die, and instead, it defects to you. This is pretty solid in any white deck. I mean, hey, if you can't get your own good cards, might as well steal someone else's. Not to be outdone, blue's card for this week is Perplexing Chimera, which can steal any spell. It's a 3/3 enchantment creature for 4 blue with, whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may exchange control of Perplexing Chimera and that spell. If you do, you may choose new targets for the spell. This card is iffy in 1v1s because you have to play it before the opponent plays a spell you would want to steal, and once you do steal something, they can always just steal something back from you. But this downside is somewhat mitigated in Commander, where there's a much longer window of opportunity when people are casting powerful spells, and there are more players, so there's no guarantee that your opponent is going to steal your spell specifically. It just gives you a nice shield of protection against one devastating effect. Moving on to black, we have Deathmatch, which costs 3 black for an enchantment with, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, that creature's controller may have target creature of their choice get -3/-3 until end of turn. It turns every creature into a 3 damage nuke on another creature, which is awesome if you're playing a tokens deck to just let you kill as many creatures as you like, or a deck without many creatures at all, and just let your opponent's creatures murder each other. If you're playing one creature in your deck, why not play 2 of the same one? With Flameshadow Conjuring, you can. It costs 3 red for an enchantment with, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay red. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature. That token gains haste, and exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Now, if you don't have any synergy, this kind of just gives your creature haste and invincibility on its first attack, which is alright, but if you're playing a lot of creatures with enters the battlefield effects, or if you're sneak attacking creatures into play and then copying them, this thing gets out of control real fast. Here's one I discovered recently, when it was used to great effect against me. Pattern of Rebirth costs 3 green for an enchantment, aura, with enchant creature, and, when enchanted creature dies, that creature's controller may search their library for a creature card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. This lets you tutor any creature into play for just 4 mana when your creature dies. I don't need to tell you how powerful that is. I mean, you could pull out Blightsteel Colossus, or Avacyn Angel of Hope, or, okay, now I'm telling you how powerful it is. Now, it is a good idea to ensure that you can kill the enchanted creature whenever you like, just so your opponents can't find a way around this ability, but this card is really good. Silent Arbiter is a well-known card that's good in Voltron decks to keep you from getting overrun with tokens while your one big creature beats the tar out of your opponents. What's slightly less well-known is Dueling Grounds, which does the exact same thing, but on an enchantment for 1 green-white. This makes it a little more resistant to removal, so this can be a great choice for a green-white Voltron deck, which we've gotten a couple great commander options for recently. Lightning Coils costs 3 for an artifact with, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a charge counter on Lightning Coils. And, at the beginning of your upkeep, if Lightning Coils has 5 or more charge counters on it, remove all of them from it and create that many 3/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste, exile them at the beginning of the next end step. So imagine you're playing an aggressive creature-heavy deck, and you're just mercilessly beating down your opponents. How are they going to stop you from killing them? Probably by killing your creatures. What's that? Lightning Coil doesn't care? With this, your opponents will be dead in no time. Our land for today is Scorched Ruins, which says, if Scorched Ruins would enter the battlefield, sacrifice 2 untapped lands instead. If you do, put Scorched Ruins onto the battlefield. If you don't, put it into its owner's graveyard. And tap, add 4 colorless mana. Okay, now I do understand the dangers of putting all your eggs into one basket. I mean, if this gets destroyed, you've lost a bunch of mana. But it is a land that increases your mana production by 2, and it combos great with untapped shenanigans or graveyard synergies. Now, you may say, Andrew, Lotus Field does the same thing, but provides colored mana, and 1 less of it, while having hexproof. And to that I say, shut up. Also, you could run both if that's the kind of card you're in the market for. And our wild card for today is Keep Watch. It costs 2 blue for an instant that says, draw a card for each attacking creature. At worst, you can almost certainly make this a divination. At best, you're drawing, 10 cards, and you don't even have to be involved in the combat to benefit from it. It's very rare that I play a game of Commander without somebody building up a massive board state and then swinging in. Plus, the Gatewatch won't stop talking about it, so it's gotta be pretty good, right? These are some of our favorite picks, but let us know which cards you think are undervalued. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.